Ladies, meet Ferraro Rocher. She is a luxury cat, 18 to 19 inches with lots and lots of lovely layered, nice, long, thin, tapered ends, and 130 grams. She could pass as skinny-ish. That's not a lot of hair, and it's not very thick and very heavy. If you team that with the very super silky hair texture, then you will, it feels like less hair as well as the lower gram and the layers and so on. So her colour, she's a fade resistant, rich, chocolatey, medium brown. When I added in an ombre, the ombre is just half a shade darker and quite rich and chocolatey, and it's just enough to go through the piece, 3D effect. And you can see when I was lifting the ends up to the root that it's a very natural sort of like slightly darker, slightly lighter, and then those tips are just that bit lighter. So ideally, if you don't want like lots and lots of like highlights and lowlights and money piece and stripy dimension, it's ideal if you just sort of, you want to be a medium brown, you want it rich, you want it chocolatey, but you want the gradual from the root to the ends to be really, really barely there. I love the way I've done this colour. Very, very pretty. And like I said, I only added in the root, so the rest of it should be fade resistant, and the ends were naturally that little bit lighter. So if you're looking for something collarbone length, please measure. It might be a bit longer than collarbone on certain heads and certain torsos. You want really nice sleek hair that air dries more or less straight. You want some layers. You might maybe ask me to flick the ends up like how I've done here. And you want a nice rich medium brown, which doesn't have a lot of red or ash to it. It's just neutral, maybe the tiniest bit of like a golden undertone. I didn't take the pictures outside because the sun was hitting on her and making her look really weird, and it wasn't an accurate representation, so I am using only the indoor footage because that's the most accurate representation of the colour. If you're confused or unsure, you can send it back to us for easy returns, as long as we haven't cut it, or send us pics and let us match for you.